Okay, so I'm now going to take you through something called relative cell referencing, absolute cell referencing, and the fill handle. Now, you've learnt how to do some basic formulas and how to use some functions. Now I'm going to show you a shortcut about replicating formulas and functions, but the issues that we may have if we do that. So right now on this spreadsheet here, in this worksheet, we've got a bookstore. We've got the names of the books, the prices, and the amount sold. We need to calculate how much they have made. So I'm going to start every formula as we do with the equal sign. I'm going to click on cell B9. I'm going to type in the asterisk, and I'm going to click on the number sold. I'm going to press enter. Now this has done my calculations for me. It's told me that for this Harry Potter book, I've made £2,398.50. Now I could go in and start typing in each formula here, but because I know the calculation is going to be the same, it's going to be the price multiplied by the number sold, I can use my fill handle to replicate the formula. So all I need to do is take my cursor, and we can see it right now, it's a thick white cross. If I hover it over the bottom right hand corner of cell D9, it turns into a thinner black cross. This means that I'm okay to drag down, click and drag down, and use my fill handle. So if I click and I now drag down and then I let go, we can see it's performed the calculations. If I click in cell D10 and look up here in my formula bar, we can see the formula has been replicated, equals B10 times C10. So what's happened is we've used the fill handle to replicate the formula. Now the formula's changed. This is known as relative cell referencing. So relative cell referencing, okay, is where it moves the formula down one. So you can see here, if you focus up here on the formula bar, it's B9 to C9, then B10 to C10, B11 to C11. And that's the reason why it's worked. That's amazing. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out the discount. So the discount price to see what will happen. So we want a formula, you can see here step 2, so we want to use a formula to calculate the discount price and replicate the formula and see what happens. So we want to figure out, okay, the discount price. And we want the discount to be the same for each book. So as you can see here, it says equals, we're going to take B9, which is the price. If I just do minus and click on this cell that has the £2, I can press enter. Now, we're going to use the fill handle, and if I use the fill handle, okay, it seemingly completed the task for me. However, the price has stayed the same. The price hasn't changed for any of these. The reason why is that as I've used the fill handle to replicate the formula, we've used relative cell references, which means the cell that they have in common, or what we're doing, okay, changes. So it's B9 minus F7, B10 minus F7, B11 minus F8, which is not what we want. We want to fix this cell because all of the books need to have £2 deducted from them. This is where absolute cell referencing comes into place. There are different variations of absolute cell referencing, and you can see here the explanations for them. So if we put a $ in front of the letter, it allows the row reference to change but not the column. So that means the column will stay the same but the row won't. You've got the one where you add the $ in front of the row, which means the column reference can change but not the row. And then you've got the one where you put the $ in front of the letter and in front of the number, and it fixes that cell. That's the most common one that you tend to use. So I'm going to now edit my formula. I'm going to put a $ in front of the F, and I'm going to put a $ in front of the 6 and press enter. I'm now going to use my fill handle to replicate that formula and update it. And as I've done that, you can now see the differences in the prices. So that's everything about using the fill handle to replicate formulas, what relative cell referencing is and when to use it, and what absolute cell referencing is. I hope you found this really useful.